Jake. J. Wake 4410. Buddy, what's going on, man? Mark Mcgwire was juiced. He was juiced. I mean, come on. It's like, how are you going to take anything that he says with any credibility? Basically, he was cheating. You know, it may sound corny, whatever. But he wasn't doing it clean. So how are you going to tell me that, you know, we're just supposed to disregard that and just figure this guy was a great ball player and you can learn a lot from him? Come on. You know, Tony Gwynn, okay? Tony Gwynn should be a batting coach for somebody in the major leagues. Plain and simple. Mark Mcgwire, I don't think so. No. You know, fine. The Rockies offered him a job. What does that have to do with anything? It doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter that he got offered other jobs. That's not the point. Okay? The fact remains is that he's not qualified. It creates a line down the middle of the locker room. Okay? Maybe it's not a painted line, but it's there. All right? These guys, some of those guys, they look at him like, this guy was juiced. You know how hard these guys work to get to that level without being juiced? And then this guy walks in, hits all these home runs, and they're supposed to be thinking, oh yeah, I can learn a lot from him. Sign me up for that. I mean, fine. He works with other guys in the off season, but what is that? You know, he's got a couple of guys that he's worked with. What does that mean? Okay, so now he's qualified to help the St. Louis Cardinals. I mean, come on. I mean, you're not being realistic, man. I've been in locker rooms. I've been around sports all my life, coaching, playing, and trust me when I tell you, there's people that are with certain, when something like this comes along, there's the guys that are with it and there are guys that aren't. And it creates an unspoken tension that's there. And nobody acknowledges it, but it's there. It just hovers over a locker room. You know, and you're identified by it. Like, you're either with that situation, you're with the other situation. We've never seen a pro sport team come through any adversity like that. It just doesn't work. Ask the Dallas Cowboys. You know, with T.O., it just doesn't work. You had guys that were with T.O., thought he was a good guy, and he was a great player, and then there were other guys that thought he was an asshole. Plain and simple. And guess what happens? You leave the playoffs in the first round. Okay? Talent only gets you so far. And then other things have to kick in to get to that upper level, that championship level. Getting to the playoffs is one thing. Getting to Game 7, to the last minutes of the Super Bowl, to, you know, the Stanley Cup finals. I mean, everything, all that stuff, there's different levels. You got playoff teams and you got championship teams. Championship teams don't have turmoil in their locker room over something stupid. It just doesn't happen. Okay? So, if you got a video, if you got a webcam, answer me.